Hi all, in this video we will be discussing the concept ratio and proportion. Using this ratio concept, we will be doing the chapters ratio and proportion, ages and partnership. That is, in all three chapters we will be using the same concept, that is ratio. Now, what do you mean by a ratio? It's simply represented as A is to B. Let A and B be two similar quantities. It is represented as A is to B, or it can be written as A by B. Just one condition, it should be the same units. And now, for example, I am taking, let it be 2 is to 3. This be the ratio. If I multiply these two terms by a same non-zero number, let it be 5. Now what do you get? 10 is to 15. There is no change in the ratio. That is, if you multiply or divide the two terms of the ratio by a same non-zero number, the ratio won't be affected. That is the second point that is to be noted. Now, what do you mean by a proportion? The equality of two ratios is called proportion. That is, A is to B is equal to C is to D can be written as A is to B proportion C is to D. Or I can write it as A by B is equal to C by D, or AD equal to BC. It simply means that if A by B increases, C by D also should increase. And if A by B decreases, this also should decrease. That simple logic, if this increase, this also should increase proportionately. If this decrease, this also should decrease proportionately. So the equality of two ratios is called proportion. It is represented as A is to B proportion C is to D. It also can be written as A is to B equal to C is to D. Now the next thing to be noted is that what is meant by fourth proportion. If A is to B is equal to C is to D, then the D term alone is called the fourth proportion. Okay, just the last term is called the fourth proportion. Suppose you can have a question, find the fourth proportion of 4, 7 and 8. So what do? 4 is to 7 is equal to 8 is to D. And you need to find the value of D. That is 4 by 7 is equal to 8 by D. Then find the value of D. Okay. Now we'll see what is third proportion and mean proportion. If A is to B is equal to B is to C, that is, if the middle term are same, then C is called the third proportion. And here the middle term B is called the mean proportion. That is, if A is to B equal to B is to C, that is, if the middle term are same, then C is called the third proportion and B is called the mean proportion. So we'll see how it is. So if A is to B is equal to B is to C, how can I write it? A by B is equal to B by C. Cross multiplying it, B into B, B square equal to AC, or you get B equal to root AC. That's how you get it. Okay. So this was the basic things, that is what is a ratio, what is a proportion, and the two term names, that is fourth proportion, third proportion, and also in that case the mean proportion also. The next point to be noted is that how to find the net ratio. Okay. Suppose A is to B is given as 2 is to 3 and B is to C is given as 4 is to 5. How to relate A and C? That is, you need to find A is to B is to C, then only you can find A is to C. Suppose the question is A is to B given and B is to C given, and you need to find A is to C. First of all, you need to find A is to B is to C. Then from that only you can get A is to C. So the simple logic which you can do is you have to make the B term same. So what do? These two ratios you multiplied with the 4. And these two ratios you multiplied with the 3. So what do you get? 8 is to 12, and here 12 is to 15. Right. Now the middle terms are same, so you can simply write it as 8 is to 12 is to 15. That is a basic thing that you do to find the net ratio. Now I'll tell you a simple trick in which you can find the net ratio. Suppose A is to B given as 2 is to 3 and B is to C given as 4 is to 5. First of all, you write A is to B, that is 2 is to 3. Below this, write B is to C, which is 4 is to 5. So first you multiply these two. 4 into 2, 8. Next you multiply these two. 4 into 3, 12. And finally you multiply 3 into 5, which is 15. That will be the net ratio. That is, first you write the first ratio 2 is to 3 on top. Below that write B is to C, which is 4 is to 5. First this and then this and finally this. 4 into 2, 8. 4 into 3, 12. 3 into 5, 50. So in one step also you can find the net ratio, which is A is to B is to C. Okay. Now we'll see the 3 practical applications of ratio. That is, if 500 is divided in the ratio 2 is to 3, you need to find first part and the second part. How to do that? If 500 is divided in the ratio 2 is to 3, means 2 plus 3, 5 part will be 500. So 500 by 5 will give you 1 part. Into 2 will be the share of A, or if there is a first person, and into 3 will give the share of the second one. Okay. Similarly, second case, the share of 2 persons are in the ratio 3 is to 7 and their difference is 160. So how to find that? Here 7 minus 3, 4 part will be 160. That is, 160 by 4 will give you 1 part. Into 3 will be the share of first person, and into 7 will give the share of second person. That is, in each case you find the value of 1 part. Into the corresponding parts will give you the corresponding shares. And finally the third case, 2 persons share are in the ratio 2 is to 3. If the second person's share is 9,000, then you can write 3 part is 9,000. So 9,000 by 3 is 1 part. Into 2 will be the share of first person. So I repeat all 3 cases. In the first case, that is, in all 3 cases the ratio is given. In the first case the sum was given. In the second case the difference was given. In the third case 1 person's share was given. Okay. So in the first case, what do you do? Since sum is given, 2 plus 3, 5 part will be 500. You find out 1 part by dividing 500 by 5. In the second case, here difference is given. So 7 minus 3, 4 part will be 160. 160 by 4 will give you 1 part. In the third case, 1 person share is given. That is, second person share 3 part is 9,000. So 9,000 by 3 will give you 1 part. So in each case, you find the value of 1 part and you multiply with the corresponding term to get the corresponding share of each. Okay. So these 3 are the practical applications of ratio which you are going to do in the questions. So I hope the basic part is clear. Now we'll be discussing with the questions. So thank you. Hope this concept is clear to you.